So this is an idea which I've discussed a few times privately, but I figured I'd just do it as a video because I'm a big supporter. The more people who know about it, the more likely it is to happen. So currently, the way we create money is through debt and other instruments. And money supply is increased a lot, actually. Money supply, if we're talking about, like, there's different types of money supplies too, like M2 money supply is kind of more of the tangible money supply, not like physical currency, but like checkings accounts, like money that people will actually more consistently possess. However, whenever we're creating money, it isn't created and then distributed equally to people. It is distributed and created in a very concentrated manner. So it's created in tremendous amounts and then distributed in a very, very concentrated manner. And I think this contributes to the wealth gap that we are seeing in the world today. And the best solution to this, in my mind, and the most equitable way of solving this problem that would increase the best of capitalistic principles and socialist principles. Socialist principles are kind of built into capitalism at its base level through the need for competition, is to distribute all new money supply equally to all citizens in that country. So if you live in Canada and Canada wants to create more money, it would have to distribute that money supply created to the citizens equally. And if you live in the States, same thing, so on and so forth. By doing so, what would happen is you would actually allow for competition in the marketplace, as the resource of money is one of the most important resources in the marketplace to activate people's time and ability to really create true productivity out of their time. So if we were to have people all gain a tinier portion of that new money supply created, what would happen is these people would not need welfare programs. They would not need all these expensive government bureaucracies, which waste more than 80% of the money and don't solve the problems. They would be able to spend the money on the things that they need way more efficiently than how government can do it or how anybody else could really do it for them. It's also an opportunity for this person to learn, because when they have the money and they spend it poorly, they will perform poorly. Whereas people who gain this money and spend it more effectively will outperform them. And beyond that, it doesn't really matter how they spend it. Like, I care personally, I would like that person to do better and to be smarter with their money, to be a rational individual. But I understand that's not always going to happen. People just aren't inherently rational. They are much more emotive in how they decide to do things. They care about how they feel about it, not how they think about it. They usually don't think about it. So even if they don't spend it in the best way, the small businesses that would spring up to service people would now actually have clientele with money, because their communities would now actually have money. So you would start to see far more entrepreneurship. You'd see significant job creation. You would see tremendous amounts of innovation. And overall, the economy would grow much more rapidly if the money were to be distributed in this way. So my idea, now that UBI, or Universal Basic Income, has become a popular or trendy term, is essentially to call this a form of UBI. If we distribute money supply equally to all people, in that process, we would be able to solve most of the problems. So that is the premise. That is the idea. I probably should talk on this more, but I just wanted to drop the idea in a video, and I will probably end up having to reply to comments as people criticize this. But yeah, let me know if you support or don't support this idea. If you have genuine criticisms, let me know, because I can refine the idea if it is a criticism I have not already addressed or thought of. So yeah, thank you so much. See you guys.